I think we're live. Everyone. Yeah, we are live. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right, we are live on this beautiful, what is it, May 26, 2025, aka Memorial Day. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself. We are joined by Mr. Real Texan Politics.
Hello.
Yep, I hope everyone's had a great Memorial Day. So I just wanted to do a quick stream because, you know, usually stream on Mondays, but it is Memorial Day, so it's a holiday. So, yeah, kind of a Memorial Day special. So, and I think there will be a special guest on later. I don't know where he's at, but the point is, it just being Real Texan right now. I want to touch upon what happened over the weekend with the Ukrainian-Russian war. We're going to talk about the New York Times article that I really want to touch upon. So, before we get into it, guys, I need you to like and share this video right now. Like and share right now, okay? Every single one of you, like and share the video right now. And if you have any questions, concerns, or want to support the channel even further, best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way your questions answered. And of course, you can support the channel even further by joining America First Insight. Use the code REAL, all the good stuff. But alright, so, a lot to get into. Hold on, guys, we just do something real quick. What?
And R.I.P. Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty.
Oh yeah, that's the chat. That's the chat for the Duck Dynasty guy. Yeah, I never really watched Duck Dynasty, but I know he meant a lot to a lot of people, so it's a very sad day. A very, very sad day that he's dead. He died yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, so he was like 79, I think.
Yes, I think 75 actually.
Yeah, he was up there in age. So it wasn't like he's like 50 or whatever. He lived a pretty good life, I would say. All right.
79.
Yeah, 79.
I think he had Alzheimer's.
American Nerd for 2. Hey, Rap, happy Memorial Day. God bless America. Yeah, God bless America. And apparently a former congressman just died. Apparently.
Yeah, I think from New Jersey. Isn't it like in the 90s?
What?
Yeah, it's from New Jersey, I believe.
I think it was New York, actually. People were saying New York. He's a founder of the Congressional Black Caucus. Really?
Mm.
Alright, alright. So, I do want to talk about what happened over the weekend. The first thing was definitely the big one is the Ukrainian-Russian war. Now, I have no clue if that war is going to ever end. Are we getting to a point now where the war is just going to continue forever? it just doesn't matter what Trump says or does.
Well, I mean, they can't really read each other's terms, and Ukraine basically thinks that America sides with Russia, so...
Which is stupid.
Ukraine tried to assassinate Putin, which is, I mean, that's their goal. They want to assassinate Putin.
They want Putin dead. Yeah, they want Putin dead. Yeah, so I'm going to pull up the statement that Trump made yesterday on this, because it was a pretty damning one at Putin, which I'm surprised it took him this long to say this, because Trump usually has a very short leash on some people, but he finally had enough of this bozo. So it's both sides doing this. It's not just, you know, oh, it's the Russians doing it. No, it's both sides. But yeah, so, President Trump yesterday said, I've always had a very good relationship with Vladimir Putin of Russia, but something has happened to him. He has gone absolutely crazy. He is killing a lot of people. I'm not just talking about soldiers. Missiles and drones are being shot into cities in Ukraine for no reason whatsoever. I've always said that he wants all of Ukraine, not just a piece of it, and maybe that's proven to be right. But if he does, it'll lead to the downfall of Russia. Likewise, President Zelensky is doing his country no favors by talking the way he does, which is not wrong. It's both sides being dumbasses. You have Russia playing games and they're not going to make a real deal, and Ukraine still wants the they still want the money. So both sides want incentives to continue the war. So take up for 5. Old gave some gave all. Never forget the sacrifice of our men and women in our armed forces. God bless USA. That's real. God bless America. But yeah, so I'm starting to lose faith we get a deal done between Ukraine and Russia. I mean, what would they agree to at this point? Because now Ukraine tried to kill Russia, I guess. Which, yeah, it was Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So both sides are trying to kill each other now. Like the presidents and stuff. I don't know. I mean, Ukraine is wanting some insane stuff. Same with Russia, but both sides are just dumb. Now, the concern I have, though, is, like, if Putin dies, which there's a good chance. I mean, he's, what, 73? Right?
I guess so.
He's up there in age. Actually, how old is Putin?
In the 70s.
Putin age. He's 72. So he's getting up there in age, and he has some health issues, I think. I think they said Parkinson's, maybe. So I don't think he has as much time as some people think. And the problem with Russia is, well, Putin compared to others is like a moderate, funny enough, on like the war and stuff. Because you literally have people that want to like nuke Ukraine. Like they want to use tactical nukes to wipe it out. So this is your best chance to get a deal done. American Nerd for 3. So no more Russia-Ukraine war. A peace deal, morons. I'm just losing faith it's going to happen. It's got to happen with Putin because his successor's going to be 100 times worse. 100 times worse. They're going to want to use nukes on Ukraine. So, yeah, I mean, Putin's like a moderate compared to some of those other people. Right. But yeah, the only way I can see a deal happening is someone's got to fold something. Someone's got to agree that either they give up the eastern part of Ukraine. One side's got to give it up. Is it Russia or Ukraine? I don't know. I don't know. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Ukraine. Do you think a deal's ever get done? Or is this a forever war that just never stops?
I think Zelensky also wants to hold on to his legacy of being the strong man in this case.
I guess.
If he loses any land, then he's going to be considered a weak leader. I guess his legacy is going to be considered weak.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2.
He doesn't want that. He wants to be celebrated as like the next Churchill. So
yeah, so he's never going to give it up.
Right.
The only way is if he gets thrown out of office. That's the only way a deal can happen, I think. If he gets forced out.
Which again, if that happens, there goes his legacy.
Yeah, so I don't know. Because that's the problem Ukraine has. A lot of people want the war to end, but yeah. American Nerd for 2. Remember when that Wagner guy went against Putin? Yeah, I mean, that's you got to deal with. And like people were like shilling for him, like, oh my goodness, this guy's gonna take out Putin. You don't understand that guy like wants to use nukes, right? He wanted to like nuke Ukraine. So Charlie Howard has been a member for 13 months. Thank you so much, good sir. American Nerd for 3. Putin wants to be like Stalin to the end. Well, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see. Stay until the end. Okay, I get what you mean. K-Cup for 2. Difference, though, Churchill is smart. Yeah, he actually had leverage, and, you know, they had a chance of winning. Ukraine has no path to winning. I don't see how they can win.
Well, that's why they were trying to assassinate Putin.
Which is stupid. It's stupid. Have you seen on TV the French president got slapped by his wife? I saw that. Yeah, you see that his wife slapped him.
It was like, 30 years his senior, by the way.
Yeah, how old is she? Like 80?
Probably so.
Oh my gosh. You have to overthrow Zelensky at this point because it's clear he doesn't want it to end. The only way for it to end is Zelensky losing power. Yeah, that's the only way, I think. Like the only way is if some general just accuse him and make a deal. That's like the only way I can see it happening. Which obviously you don't want that because Ukraine would just turn into like Yugoslavia at that point in the 90s. So yeah. His wife is a man. Yeah, I've always heard about that theory. I don't know. I can never confirm it, but Macron's wife was his teacher. Wait, what?
You didn't know that at all?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking about somebody else. Yeah, I knew about that. I forgot about that, though. Weird family. Alright, so enough the Ukraine stuff. I don't think a war is ever going to end. The only way is if somebody folds in Ukraine. So, all right. We look at World War III if Zelensky or Putin dies. No. Well, if Putin dies, they're gonna nuke somebody, I think. Inari for 5. Ukraine will never recoup the land. Continuing the war is Zelensky begging to lose more. Yeah, I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. Charlie Howard for 10. I think there are many in Russia who want the USSR back, and Putin has tried but has been stalled, and some of the oligarchs want him gone. But you're right, his replacement would be far worse. Yeah, that's a problem. The people next to him are just insane. They're far worse than Putin. That's why I've been saying, you don't like Putin, but he's better than the other options. American Nerd for 2. Churchill is base. Zelensky is a wimp. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, just end the war. This war's pointless. All right. So enough of that. I do want to touch upon the main point of the stream. So I think it was yesterday. There was this article dropped by the New York Times where they're basically admitting that Democrats are like screwed and they have no clue what they're doing. And I want to touch upon one part that I found hilarious. Let me zoom in a little bit, actually. So, real text, did you see this article from this weekend? You hear about this?
Yeah, something like they're trying to research like why they lost and stuff.
Yeah. So, let me pull this up. I gotta pull up the one part that I found hilarious. Where is that? Yeah. So, right here. For now, Democratic donors and strategists have been gathering at luxury hotels to discuss how to win back working class voters. This statement right here is hilarious. So, they want to win back working class voters, and they're meeting at these luxury hotels. What a great start. I wonder why you're losing. Gee, I wonder why. Commissioning new projects that can read like studies of people from faraway places. The prospectus for one new $20 million effort obtained by the Times. They're spending $20 million studying why they're losing voters. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? They're actually spending $20 million on this to reverse the erosion of Democrat support among young men, especially online. It is codenamed SAM, short for Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan. It promises investment in studying the syntax, language, and content that gains attention. Oh my god. Aren't they already bankrupt? I thought the DNC was out of money. So they're just going to spend $20 million learning, oh, what do Gen Z men say? I don't know, go outside and talk to men? What do you mean you need a $20 million study? Study this syntax. I can't get over this. So they're meeting in luxurious hotels. They have a shitty codename project. They're spending $20 million. And they're going to study what young men say. Real Texan, what do you say? As a young man, what are you saying? What's your syntax?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. They're 100% going to come to the wrong conclusion. Yeah, they will.
They'll come to the conclusion of just that the young men are racist.
Yeah, they're just say young men are racist. Mike for 5. We need to walk away from Eastern Europe, let the EU and RU go at it, and focus on building the Golden Dome so America is protected, bring back neutrality. I agree. Man Milk for 2. Watch Dems announce amnesty as their party line. Yeah, that's going to be like their moderate position. American Nerd for 3. Nothing says working class like luxury hotels. Yeah. K-Cup for 5. Donors, let us meet at the fanciest hotel in the country. Join us, working class. Let's talk. Working class, bro. I can afford Holiday Inn at best. Yeah. What the F is a syntax? I don't even know. Are they just saying, like, Gen Z says, like, some shitty, like, brain rot stuff? Is that what they mean by syntax? This is unbelievable. This is great. They're gonna say Gen Z men are misogynistic incels. Yeah. FM for 5. It's low-key good that Kemp and Sununu aren't running for Senate. They can both do so in 2028 after not winning the presidential primary. Both seats are up. Are they both up in 28?
If they run for if they stick around to the end to the primary, they can't run for Senate. So
yeah, I mean, Maybe that's the plan. Maybe they just say, "Oh yeah, we'll do family stuff now and then." I can get behind that. I still find it stupid, but fine. If that's their plan, sure. They're gonna do what Kamala did and make another Fortnite map. Oh, I forgot about that. Did they spend a bunch of money on a Fortnite map that costed like 20 million?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Are Dems stupid? Are Dems actually stupid? Yeah, they're stupid. They're dumb. New Hampshire's really late primaries. I thought they're changing that. I thought they're moving up the New Hampshire primary, for Senate and stuff.
Um, I have no idea. I mean, because they're ballot deadlines and such.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Uh,
Or well, yeah, fundraising deadlines. I don't know.
Above all, we must shift from a moralizing tone. What? What? This can't be real. I refuse to accept the fact they're spending $20 million in this shit. I thought they're bankrupt. I thought they were $20 million in the hole, and they're gonna spend $20 million more. I'm trying to figure out what men like. Oh my gosh, this is great. They've learned nothing. Like they're treating like young men as like foreign creatures. It's like, oh, we gotta study why young men are Republican. I don't know, because Trump is cool. Because people like Trump. I don't know. Gee, I wonder why Gen Z men like Trump. It's as if he's talking to them.
Gen Z men are racist and sexist too.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the conclusion.
That's it. Yep.
What exactly would cost $20 million? Thinking, no, their plan is to make a study of worth $20 million. I guarantee you, they could contact a normal pollster, and it would cost maybe like 100,000 at most. Do a big study. Where's the money going? That's my question. 20 million? Are you gonna like contact every single young man in America? Is that your plan? Just contact like 50 million of them and ask them, hey, why are you Republican now? Why are you conservative? I don't know, because Republicans, at least Trump is running on stuff we like. I don't know. They have learned absolutely nothing. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. You guys see Mr. Beats losing it? I saw that. Isn't he running for Kansas Senate or something now?
I mean, that's kind of just that's probably just an election Twitter meme, but
I don't
he
know.
basically threatened that he would do everything in his power to get to make sure that Roger Marsh that
Wow, Roger Marshall's so scared.
Roger Marshall's doesn't get reelected. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're so scared of Roger Marshall. They got.
But I mean, it wouldn't shock me if he ever said. I mean, he doesn't really have anything else to do. He retired from teaching to do YouTube full time. So,
Yeah.
which is also probably why he's gotten more political.
Yeah. I mean that's just nuts. All right. Let's see. Mr. Beat would lose in a landslide. Yeah, he would. American Hero for 5. Imagine the Democrats actually decided to spend $20 million to figure out why Gen Z and Alpha liked the chicken jockey meme. What a joke. That's what's going to happen. And they're going to come to the conclusion that they're racist. Watch. That's what's going to say.
The thing is with the Mr. Beat stuff. I mean, my guess is that he would. I mean, I think he is a registered independent. So
yeah.
More than likely, he basically tried to be like Dan Osborne, but more to the left.
Yeah. Mario.
So basically, he runs as an independent, and then he probably just caucus with the Democrats.
All right. Mario for 5. How can they study men if the Dems don't know what an actual man is? That's a real question. Do they know what a man is now? No, they don't, because they have the freaking stupid leadership stuff. So they don't know. And Ari for 2, perhaps not treat men like they're toxic a problem. Yeah, it's like, that's your first issue. You're treating men like shit. I don't know, treat them like normal people and just say, oh, yeah, you know, we disagree with you, but you're not racist. No, their plan is to call them racist and sexist.
Hey, what's up, bros?
Oh gosh.
We want to know why you're racist and sexist.
Yeah, why are you racist and sexist? You have 2 minutes to respond, or 2 seconds to respond. All right. What's a realistic time stamp from the last time Democrats actually touched grass? 10 years ago, probably. Probably right before 2016, I'm guessing. The last time some of them had a brain, but demonstrate men like monsters. Yeah, that's their first problem. Just, you treat them like they're awful people, like they're all racist and sexist. Gee, I wonder why they're not voting for you. I wonder why. Ben Sinnix has been a member for 7 months. DNC, how do you do, fellow kids? Yeah, that's perfect. That's her plan. And the worst part is, you know damn well that they're gonna use like shitty memes from 15 years ago to appeal to young people now. That's what they're gonna do. It's gonna be some shitty study that says men are racist and they like memes from 2010 or some crap. I don't know. It's stupid. But it's like, do they not understand why Trump did so good with young men? Do they not comprehend why? Do they really think it's racism and sexism when like a chunk of them are like young black men, especially a young Hispanic men? I wonder why Trump did so good with them. It's as if he's talking about issues that matter. Wow. What a shocking turn of
The young black
events.
men are being radicalized.
Yeah, they're being radicalized.
Yeah, they're acting white. Anyways,
They'll use LeBron to get the Glazers on board. It's gonna be stuff like that. It's gonna be cringe. It's gonna be really cringe and stupid. And the worst part is, all they have to do is go outside. Just talk to young men and ask them, hey, why do you vote for Trump? I don't know, because he's going to promise me to afford a house? I don't know. Because he talks to them? Who knows? Real Texan, is it a conspiracy why they vote for him? I don't know. Who knows?
let's see what else is in the news this weekend.
Let's see here. The only opinion Democrats have is, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm making it everyone else's problem. Yeah.
Let's see. Yesterday was George Floyd Day. There's that.
Yeah. It's gonna be very interesting. You know, will Trump pardon him? Which it doesn't really matter because the state charges, but still.
India has overtaken Japan and become the 4th largest economy in the world.
F's in chat. It's over.
It kind of makes sense, honestly. India's growing.
Yeah,
Japan
India's
is
fast.
Yeah.
All right.
The one triple B is dead in the Senate.
Wait, what?
The one triple B is dead in the Senate.
Yeah, so it's currently dead, but people like Mike Lee are trying to resurrect it by making it better. Which again, I'm getting sick of these people. I made a video on this yesterday. What is Rand Paul doing?
Rand Paul just hates spending, so
It's still a cut. We're still cutting spending. There's only so much, and I guess Stephen Miller explained this, like, there's only so much I can cut, and they're doing the cuts later or something. I don't know. But it's still a net cut, and you're opposing it?
but we're adding money, so
These people are dumb.
Let's see. Jasmine Crockett says Democrats plan to investigate Trump and his family.
I want to talk about that a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious. I mean, impeachment's. Impeachment's
they're gonna
obvious.
impeach him every day. Every day will be new impeachment. American Nerd for 5. Dems, after spending $20 million to study these methods, the strategy was 60% of the time. Average voter said doesn't make any sense. That's real. American Nerd for 2. What the F is happening to Japan and their economy? They're not growing. They're not having kids. So.
We probably need to talk about Harvard as well.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that. That's what Trump's doing is hilarious, but. Cherokee Bear for 2.5. Rand Paul needs a haircut. Yeah, I've seen that meme grow a little bit, where it's like, Rand Paul needs a haircut. But I mean, Rand Paul, he's full of shit. It's the same with Thomas Massey. It's like, Red Eagle brought this up yesterday. Can they propose a single alternative? Can they propose anything?
No, because big government.
Yeah, and he's right. They cannot propose a single bill that does what they say they wanted to do. They can't propose one. All they do is complain about it. Because it's not, it's not perfect, obviously, but it's a good start.
It's government. It's big government. Everything's big government. Reagan,
American Nerd for 3. Why is Ron Johnson against the big, beautiful bill? He just wants more cuts. He has a valid reason. He's just bringing up good points, which are going to make a deal with them. So.
He'll probably vote for the, edited version of the bill.
Yeah, so that's what's going to happen. They're going to
I
have
think
more cuts.
as it stands now, I think you probably would have more than likely Hawley would have voted against it as well.
Yeah, and I do think Mike Lee actually proposed an amendment, a pretty big one to it. Let me pull this up.
Yeah,
Yes.
for like the Doge cuts. Because obviously the House wasn't going to do Doge cuts.
So we can't. Sadly, the Doge cuts. What they're doing is they're using a rescission process, which is a completely different thing, but it makes it a lot easier to cut specific things. That's gonna be in the summer. That's a plan. So this is just the main cuts for like Medicaid and stuff. And Mike Lee is proposing an amendment that would re-add provisions to the big beautiful bill that makes sure not a single illegal alien can get Medicaid. Why is Mike?
The problem though, that might get Murkowski and Collins to vote against.
That's a problem. That and
but you can still, yeah.
McConnell's McConnell's gonna vote no matter what. So that's 3 right there. But I don't know
so it's probably going to be a tie in the Senate.
Yeah, and Vance would save it. I don't know about Collins though, because like it's Medicaid for illegals is unpopular. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, but they still deserve health care and stuff.
I don't know. But yeah, so Mike Lee's putting the team on his back. It seemed like he's the only senator this session to understand what people want. He's the one pushing for the court stuff. He's pushing for the Doge cuts. He's pushing for the Medicaid reform. This is what people want.
I think there was also some like Green New Deal stuff. That's what Tom Tillis was against. That's why he's voting no.
Dumbass. Cherokee Bear for 2. Kentucky Republicans are not that bright. Yeah. I mean, Thomas Massey's technically the best, but it's not really saying much. Like, yay, you're better than McConnell. Congratulations. Mike Lee actually gets it. Yeah, he understands that the base wants this. Why do you think Trump won in 2024? We voted for change. We didn't vote for, we're going to have tiny cuts here and there. No, we voted for reform. And this Medicaid stuff, a lot of immigrants are going to self-deport. Do people not understand this? But speaking of that, do you guys see how much, you guys see those illegals that receive Medicaid? How much money they got? Let me pull this up. American Nerd for 2. What happens when the Doge cuts don't get codified? So again, what they're going to do is they're using a separate process. Rescissions. I think Donald.
I mean, a lot of Trump stuff is not going to get codified. The House just has no interest in doing it, and because codifying stuff is big government. It's big government.
Big government. And they're going to go through a separate process to get Doge cuts through. That's a plan. That's what I've heard. So
yeah, because Doge cuts are also big government.
Yeah, everything's big government.
Everything's big government. You know,
everything's.
That's why the House doesn't do anything because doing nothing is small government.
Let's see here. Read that.
It's what Reagan would want.
Yeah, this is exactly what Reagan wants. All right. Oh
yeah, I think what was it? What Reagan talk about? Oh yeah, the Democrats.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the article because it was some crazy amount. Yeah, so right here. So there's this one illegal from Colombia, all right? This is an illegal alien. Remember when everyone says, oh, no, illegals don't get benefits? Remember that, Cope? Take a guess how much money she has gotten in just 15 years. Actually, no. In just 9 years.
Millions.
In just 9 years, this single illegal alien got $588,000 in federal benefits. Just federal. Using a stolen social security number. Oh, but I thought there was no illegals getting benefits. I thought that was a conspiracy. This is what illegal. He got like not 588,000. There was another one that received 600,000. Another one got 400,000. How many illegals are getting benefits? Like honestly, this is just
probably all of them.
Probably, especially California.
In California, I'm pretty sure they can vote. So.
Yeah. Well, I think New York City actually has it. I don't know, but the point is, this is what Doge uncovered months ago.
Well, I mean, voter ID is illegal in California, isn't it?
I don't know, but it's like, guys, when it comes to the Doge stuff, it hasn't been perfect, but they uncovered this. They proved that, wait, there's a bunch of social security numbers that are 300 years old and people are still using it. Turns out that's where they were going. Turns out they were going to illegals. This is we're talking about tens of billions of dollars. You get rid of this process where they don't get Medicaid or Social Security anymore. Half these illegals are going to disappear. Watch. They're all going to leave. Watch. Half of them are going to leave, like overnight. American Nerd for 3. Small government doesn't mean it has to be a weak government. Yeah. Sharky Bear for 2. Hog is a lesbian. Oh, gosh. Charlie Howard for 5. The Reagan era is over. The GOP needs to deal with that fact. He was good for his time, but it's not 1984 anymore. It's 2024. Get new ideas. Yeah, 2025. Yeah. I mean, this is the problem. It's 2025, not freaking 1984 where, oh, we need to cut government by 90%. But not defense spending. We got to increase that. It's a pile of shit. But yeah, I do think overall, if they get rid of the Medicaid stuff, I mean, yeah. Medicaid is such a scam for illegals, because that's a lot of money right there, including housing benefits. Great. All right, but I think it's time we talk about the Harvard stuff, because you brought up earlier, I think.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think Trump basically mandated Harvard no longer let any foreign students in.
Yeah, I want to bring this up.
Judge struck that down. So the problem though is I think it's I don't know, can the government actually control like who Harvard can let in?
They can, because they control the visas and stuff. They can just say, "Oh, we're not issuing it." So yeah, Trump is he's asking for a list of the foreign students. Now, okay, a lot of people are like throwing a hissy fit about why they're doing this, because it's basically over the anti-Semitism stuff. That's what it comes down to. That's the number one reason they're doing this. But guys, I know for a fact there will be a study on this coming out soon. But the biggest problem is these people are just anti-America. They're anti-white. They hate everybody. It's just their thing right now is anti-Semitism. That's their number one issue. But just 10 years ago, these same people, they were the ones going after conservatives on campus. They're targeting them. It's the same people. They're just focused on different stuff now. It's just the biggest issue now is the anti-Semitism stuff. And there's going to be a study coming out soon that kind of correlates this stuff. But the point is, Trump is going to try to get rid of them from Harvard. I think it's like 40% of Harvard's actually foreign students or something. Right?
I'm guessing
it's like some crazy amount.
A lot of overseas people they go into Harvard or MIT for university.
Yeah, and a lot of them are just anti-America. They're anti-white. They're anti-West, and they still have to be anti-Israel. So just get rid of them. If they hate the world, why are they here? Just get rid of them. And Trump is right. It's like they radicalize these people. So, but yeah, now Trump is saying that he's actually making a big push to, where is it? Right here. Yeah, Trump is making a big push to get rid of the grant money that Harvard's getting. And apparently, he wants to invest more in the trade schools, which I think this could be a great messaging right here. You take the endowments and grants that Harvard gets, and give them to trade schools. Make it where the average trade school is free. Where the average person can go to a trade school, and like obviously some stuff like the books and stuff might cost money, but
their special guest is here.
Oh,
hey guys,
Tyrone, hello.
Yeah, sorry, I fucking waited 40 minutes for my DoorDash delivery driver to bring me my food because there was some fucking dumb fuck who didn't know how to drive around the fucking base. Like, I'm right here. Open up Google Maps. Anyway, yeah. Hey, guys.
Welcome to the stream, good sir. You're the special guest of the day. Hello.
Did the guy speak English or what?
No, it was a white dude.
Okay.
It was just actual fucking actual brainlet moment. He didn't fucking.
I've encountered DoorDash drivers at my college, that are looking.
I'm not gonna say his name, but with that name, I'd assume it's either a white man or a black woman.
Here's the thing: I've encountered DoorDash drivers looking for other students at my college, and I think every single one of them I've encountered speaks no English whatsoever.
Bruh.
What are we talking about?
So we were talking about Harvard, but I got a super chat to read. American Nerd for 5. Republicans do want to have slight cuts to our DOD spending, our part of the military-industrial complex. Well, yeah, I mean, it's stupid they want to increase it. But, yeah, so Tyrone...
Actually, no, we shouldn't increase spending for the military, but we should specifically increase it for cyber and electromagnetic warfare.
I'm just saying, like, the other stuff's
You know why? Because the more money for electronic warfare, the faster I get cool gadgets.
Sir, we can barely hear you.
Anyways.
What was that? I can. Tyrone, we can barely hear you. It's like you're like underwater or something. You're like muffled.
There's a big fucking storm coming in my area, so that's lovely.
Help me. All right. So, Tyrone, what's your thoughts on Harvard?
Fuck every Ivy League school. I hope they all get eviscerated by President Trump.
Yeah, so Trump is trying to take the grant money. And you're going to give it to trade schools.
Good. Yeah, take the grant money, give it to trade schools, give it to SEC. We love the SEC.
Yeah, I'm like, here's my argument. Like, you know, Democrats, they've run in, like, you know, give rid of student debt and stuff. Like, oh, forgive all of it. What if Republicans, what if they make a push to make trade school free? Like, at least a tuition.
That's big government.
Well, no, think about it. Like, okay, like, I looked into this. I think Harvard alone gets, like, it's like $58 billion in endowments or something. It's something crazy, like $58 billion. And you start doing the math. I think the top 50 universities in total get like $600 billion in endowments. Guys, if you just have a 10% tax on those endowments, that's $60 billion right there. Well, you can make trade.
You know what $60 billion could do? $60 billion would single-handedly pay for the vast majority, if not the entirety, of the wall within like 1 year or 2 years.
And actually, it'll still be like $20 billion left over or whatever. The rest of the money can make trade school free, completely free for everybody.
Or $20 billion could be invested to prop up community colleges.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And trade schools to help people get their foot in the door with an education whilst not having to pursue a full-time 4-year degree.
Yeah, they can focus on like certain trades that are important. I mean, this is like,
go
on.
Or, for example, you know, I'm just saying this because it comes to mind. You could use that money, like, for military service members already get like online college and community college pretty cheap, but that spare money could very easily go towards helping veterans and active duty service members pay for getting an associate's, because once you get into the non-commissioned officer ranks, like E5 and above of sergeant or petty officer, then you absolutely need to have some kind of tertiary education. Every fucking NCO in my class has at least 2 associates. But yeah,
we have some news out of Texas, by the way. So the THC bill passed in the House and Senate, heading to the governor's desk.
What does it do?
Bans THC products in the entire state.
Good, because we're getting more studies to prove that stuff's caused a lot of problems. So,
I mean, that includes like gummies and all that sort of stuff. I think DeSantis vetoed a similar bill, so we'll see what happens with that.
Random Polish guy for 5. Hey, Tyrone, I'm no longer a Kosi. I'm a veteran on F my life. It had to be done. FML. It had to be done.
It's over.
K-Cub for 5. I wish I went to a trade school where my college was a scam. I saw my friends turn on their families, renounce their faith, and become anti-America. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, trade schools, like, if people look down at trade school, which is crazy, it's like...
I mean, I look down at trade schools for unrelated reasons.
Oh, gosh. Head and Hooker stand for 5. Is Candace Owens still rooting for Harvard because of free speech? Probably.
My thing is, honestly, just get an associate's. You don't need to get a full bachelor's unless you're doing something super technical. And trade school, unironically, kind of, it depends on the trade. If you're trying to be an electrician or plumber, yeah, good fucking luck. Trade schools for those are atrocious, and that entire area is fucking brimming with illegal immigrants. You are going to be competing with a shit ton of illegal labor if you are in a trade, and the working conditions are just shit to begin with. I do not like this anti-intellectualism, anti-college approach the current Republican Party has. But I'm also not going to sit here and pretend everyone should go to college. So,
yeah, I agree. I agree.
Of course you agree with me. You're not a free thinker.
What? What are you talking about? All right, Mike.
Does he know?
Mike for 2. Free trade school secures a working class vote forever. Well, just at least make it where it's like it gets people their foot in the door at least.
Make trade school free for people who are actually fucking succeeding at it and not trying to coast by.
Yeah. Make it where it's like conditional. It's like, okay, it starts off free, but if you're fucking flunking everything, get out of here.
Maybe you could. I mean, you could probably do the same for like community college.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like when I say trade schools, do it for community colleges because it won't be that. I mean, if you just tax endowments, they'll cover it. All right. So enough of that. The Harvard stuff. I hope Trump does just get rid of these people. Like I think he said like 30% are like foreign students.
People is a generous way of describing them.
Well, I mean, like, it's getting crazy to a point now. People are making a big deal because, like, oh, he's doing it because of Israel. It's like these people just hate America. These people just hate the West in general. It's like, yeah, they're focused on the anti-Semitism stuff, but because that's what they're focused on right now. Give it a year, and after the war in Israel is done, they're gonna focus on, oh, America's an awful country. We gotta burn it to the ground. I mean, like, there's that. You guys know that bomber in like Israel, like that one like guy trying to bomb like the Israeli embassy or something.
Who also wanted to assassinate Donald Trump, by the way.
And the guy was like, literally, he hated Trump, he hated the West, he hated white people, he hated America. There's correlations, and I know for a fact Quantus Insight's a good pollster.
It's the same guy that killed those 2 Israelis, by the way, in DC.
Yeah. Like, I know for a fact, Quantus Insights, he told me yes. I asked some major pollsters to look at the correlation between those that hate America, hate President Trump, hate Israel, because I'm curious what the correlation of that is. Those that have an anti-Trump opinion, what's their opinions on the white people, on America, on the West? And it sounds like they're doing it, so very curious what those results are. Why do we get rid of Chinese visas at universities?
Because we don't need foreign students here stealing our education. That's why. Fuck off.
No, he said, why don't we?
Oh.
I wonder if Trump might try to like ban foreign students entirely from like.
Oh, I know what he said. My response is still the same.
Yeah, well,
Let's just not have Chinese people at our visas.
Yeah, I think Trump's.
I ain't bring this party. Let's not have Chinese visas at our unis.
You know, I think Trump. What he's gonna do is he's gonna make it where if they have to pay a lot of money to get a visa for the universities. That's my guess.
Or like double the tuition, maybe, or something. I don't know.
Double the what?
Tuition.
My guess would be like you have to pay like triple or something.
What did you think he said?
No, he cut out for a second.
Are you racist?
Oh, jeez. All right.
You hate Mexicans?
So true.
He's only doing it because they're anti-Israel. No, that's just the focus of it now.
Why the fuck do so many people on the right fetishize Israel positively or negatively? Just shut up. I'm sick of hearing about Israel. Yeah. God. Just shut up!
All right. Happy Memorial Day rap for the great day of Alabama. Yeah.
Alabama is not a great state. It's a fucking fantastic state.
It's an awful state.
No, the people of Alabama are very hospitable.
No, but it's racist.
Unless you go to like inner city.
My racism is beside the point.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Breaking news, everybody. Senate Democrats have voted against a Trump budget bill. Wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
It was obvious that it was obvious he wasn't going to get a single Democrat vote for that bill. Yeah. But that was obvious from the fucking start.
All right.
What do you mean? I had to be told by online influencers he could get the Democrats to collaborate with him or something.
John Fetterman is MAGA. He'll vote for
John Slopperman is MAGA.
John Fetterwoman.
All right. So, in other news, everybody.
The Texas House voted to give $2.5 billion to Hollywood.
Why?
What?
Because jobs.
Oh yeah, sure. Those jobs are. Surely
remember, kids. GDP go up. Only thing in the world that matters.
Yeah, we want GDP. We want to be the biggest economy in the world. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, Austin's about to move back to the left. fuck. Yeah, that's.
All right.
Yeah, we have the Tesla workers going to Bastrop. That'll probably zoom it to the right by like double digits because no liberal wants to work for Tesla.
That's true.
But on the other hand, you're gonna put
I mean, good.
you're gonna,
Bastrop
but on
is
the
the
other
place I want to stay in for the most part. So,
all right. So
but on the other
anyway,
hand, you're gonna put a movie studio in San Marcos, and now Hayes County's gonna move like double digits to the left. So that's fucking lovely.
all right. Another news, everybody. So a lot of people are complaining about the Doge stuff because it's not being codified. Again, guys, the Doge stuff, they're going through a different process. They can't go through the budget. I think Stephen Miller explained this, that there's certain things they can't cut for no reason. But
because I think it's like codified in the law that they can't cut.
Yeah,
it
it's
all.
like, and they need like 60 votes to do it. And the point is, they're going through a different process. And I know a lot of people are getting worried about it. Like Elon Musk.
What kind of stuff is codified that we can't cut? I want to know.
I don't. It's like there's some stupid stuff. The law is stupid, but the point is
probably some diversity stuff from Biden.
the law is stupid. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Real American politics is an anarchist.
That's real.
So true.
But yeah, so like Doge is like, people bring up the fact that Doge is popular and like people.
Real anarchist politics featuring Titoist Tyrone and real Kurdish politics.
Yeah, so basically Elon Musk and like Matt Vance they're complaining about the Doge stuff, which, listen, I understand like it's stupid that we can't do it, but just if they don't vote for it in the summer, then yeah, we start bitching up a storm. But excuse me, I had to sneeze.
Right.
But like just pressure Republicans to pass in the summer because they have to. I think even Byron Donald said they're gonna do rescissions. That's the only way they can do it.
And do they have like the mindset that because Trump won, we're gonna have 4 years of a House majority?
I don't know.
Or something, so they can basically do nothing for 3 years.
Breaking news: Republicans are the party of stupid.
Wow.
So
yeah.
true.
Well, well, Tyrone, you think this party is done? Just like what Democrats are doing. You hear about the
Democrats are radical. They can never win an election.
They could still win. It's just their problem is they're so freaking dumb. I mean, they're spending $20 million on trying to study young men. You hear about this, Tyrone?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so they have a $20 million study called SAM, short for Speaking with American Men, a Strategic Plan, and it promises to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention in young people. It recommends, I didn't read this part, it recommends buying advertisements of video games, among other things. Oh my god.
So what are they going to advertise Planned Parenthood on, like, Fortnite or something?
Oh my.
I straight up think it would kill Fortnite if they did any collaboration with the Democratic Party.
They did.
Oh yeah, and they did. They literally had the map on that stuff, which probably means the Fortnite, like the creators of Fortnite, probably endorsed Kamala Harris for president. But that's beside the point.
So they're gonna, oh my gosh. So their strategy is they gotta study young men. I love the fact that they word in a way where it's like, oh, these young men are like foreign creatures.
So what does that mean? AOC is gonna advertise her presidential campaign on video games to try to get the young men on her side.
I'm sure the young man playing COD wants to see that crap.
I know exactly.
Maybe your average.
They would say a specific word, which I'm not allowed to say on stream.
Like, okay, maybe your average, like, 25-year-old Yimby that plays, like, I don't know, fucking what, will probably, I don't know, they'll probably be happy to see an AOC for president ad, but I don't think anybody else will.
Yeah, the average person's be like, get this shit out of here. Why do you think, like, these idiots don't understand that the reason the young men started shifting Republican or to the right is because of the game stuff. Because they targeted games. And they're going to do the same thing again?
Yes, because young men are racist and sexist. We need to teach them a lesson. Guys.
And they're going to, I love they got to study the language. They're going to realize what brain rot is.
Yeah, they're going to learn that the N-word is actually used mostly by the...
Yeah, they're going to realize who says the N-word a lot.
Yeah, who says the N-word the most? It's literally, it's not your racist boomers in Mississippi. No,
yeah, it's
our generation.
Let's see. Watch him insert Tim Walz into Madden as the Vikings head coach and put in an Ask Madden play called Mean Pick 6, where it's an AOC cameo. Oh, gosh.
Oh, actually, that reminds me, the San Antonio Spurs coach is also like a massive liberal.
Yeah, he retired. Popovich, he retired finally.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
well, he had a stroke and he was like 80 or something. It's like, dude, Yeah, you should have retired after the 5th championship. Just get out of there.
He's still the president. Actually, he's still the president of the Spurs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They'll probably have him give some motivational liberal speech on an NBA game or something about
I don't think he ever
liberalism.
persecuted Popovich though. I don't know.
Unless they live in San Antonio, but I don't know.
Let's see here. Let them study Gamergate. Yeah, they're gonna finally learn about Gamergate like 10 years after the fact. What a bunch of dumbasses.
You guys know the picture of like the really old Giga Chad with the beard,
Yeah.
and it's like kind of crusty and wrinkly.
Yeah.
That's me whenever I hear someone mention Gamergate.
Why?
Gamergate was 10 years ago. Holy shit.
Well, it was like 10 years ago or something. It was 12. Actually, was it 12? I don't know.
2013, right?
Yeah, so 12
12
years.
years,
Yeah, Gamergate. They're gonna realize what Gamergate is. Be like, oh wait, this is what happened. Mega banners for 5. AOC launches OnlyFans in attempt to win young men. That's gonna blow up in their face. Did they not learn from the Republican congressman ad? Did they not learn from that?
Their body, my choice. I won the election.
Gosh.
So it's my decision.
All right. Let's see. Can someone explain what Gamergate was? Just look it up. That's what I'm gonna say.
Basically, a bunch of right-wing people, like trolls and such, start storming games. I don't know.
Let's see. Can someone hold on. Have him primary MAGA Ed Markey. Who's primary who? Who's in primary him?
I don't know. Oh, by the way, one of the video game developers that was targeted by Gamergate actually ran for Congress twice, and lost the primary in 2018 and then dropped out into 2020.
Who?
Brianna Wu.
Bruh.
She ran for a Massachusetts 8th district.
All right, Bernie Moreno's the unelectable candidate. Oh, he's unelectable. Yeah, sure. He just
he's literally in the Senate right now.
And he beat Sherrod Brown, who was one of the most electable Democrats.
He's the most electable Democrat in Ohio, and he beat him. It's unelectable, so he'll lose to Nina Turner and
whoever Dems run, yeah. All right,
your average person slip.
If Newsom becomes a 2028 nominee, I can't imagine what a Newsom Fortnite map would look like. Yeah.
The AOC would probably do a lot more video game spending, and actually hers might end up being better because at least she's young and probably knows more about video games than Gavin Newsom.
Right.
All
right.
Although imagine Jasmine Crockett, which by the way leads me. Did y'all hear about David Hogg? He wants Jasmine Crockett to be the leader of the party.
I saw that.
Which I'm perfectly fine with.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the worst that could happen making Jasmine Crockett? Wasn't she, they want her, like, oversight or something?
I actually want her in House leadership, don't they?
Yeah, they want her oversight, I think. Can you imagine her running oversight?
Make her Speaker of the House.
You know, she'd be the one Democrat not to get the votes to get the speakership.
Yeah, she would, because she's a black woman.
I guess, yeah.
She's a black woman.
Fucking racist. Why would you assume she'd win just because of the color of her skin?
K-Count for 5. My school talk.
She's a black woman. You gotta sit down and shut up.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, a black woman is speaking. Sit down and listen.
All right, K-Count for 5. My school talk about
I kneel for my black queens.
K-Count for 5. My school talked about Gamergate. When talking about Milo, remember him? They made sure to say he's a Republican, but didn't say he was gay.
Of course I remember Milo. He's running around exposing what's his fucking...
And that guy's a character.
Let's see. Winston Sears campaign's in shambles. Wow. You tell me this the first time.
Yeah, she's losing by like fucking 20 points. Well, I mean, okay, 20 points.
She's gonna probably underperform Trump in 2020.
Okay, he lost by 10 in 2020. I don't know if you can get that worse unless you like completely shit the bed. And
well, now she's running on being like anti-gay marriage. So.
But Bush was anti-gay marriage in 2004.
I saw that tweet. It's like, wait, that's 20 years ago.
He won Virginia by 8 points, and he was against gay marriage.
She's gonna underperform Trump in 2020. It's gonna happen.
Obama was against gay marriage, and he won Virginia in 2008.
It's as if it's a different country.
And
especially different Virginia. She's gonna do worse than Trump. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna laugh hysterically. And she's the moderate, like, electable Republican. That's a funny part about this.
Moderate.
Yeah, the moderate.
Miera's was far right MAGA. You would have lost by.
I feel bad for Miera's. He's gonna get screwed.
Okay. Winston Sears loses by 25. Miera's would have lost by 40.
Yeah. Chantomania for 2. Sears just has to make a Fortnite map. Trust. Gosh.
Yeah, make the Fortnite map. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Make the Fortnite map.
New Jersey's significantly more likely than Virginia. I think New Jersey's gonna flip. That's my take right now. That's my hot take.
Yeah, honestly, we're probably winning it. I think I saw from someone that Philip is probably the front runner now. I don't know.
That change every day. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no fucking front runner.
The Republicans be one. It's like, oh, Citarelli's he's gonna get like 80% of the vote or something. So,
you mean Cheddarelli?
Cheddarelli. Is it Cheddarelli?
It's Cheddarelli.
Cheddarelli, okay.
Chattarelli, yeah, Chattarelli.
I always say Citarelli. I thought it was Citarelli. Okay, Chattarelli. So I think
Chad because he's a Chad. He's Chattarelli because he's a Chad.
That's real. Yeah, I think he's gonna win right now. I think right now he's a favorite by.
He's probably the next Youngkin, honestly.
Yeah.
Depends on how Democrats run their campaign.
Brain.
Well, they want to run on. They want. Actually, Philip supports congestion pricing. By the way, for what I've heard.
That's gonna be real popular in northern New Jersey. They're gonna love it there. They're gonna love it.
Yeah, we love walkable cities. And,
well, it's like these dumbasses. You know, it's like these people are like, oh, look at all the people that are not, commuting now. That means it's popular. No.
Actually, that reminds me. I think some state senator in Massachusetts, proposed a bill that would limit your driving.
Yeah, I saw that.
Put a mile tracker in your car. That would track. Which means you probably can't even drive out of state legally. That's fucking level.
Well, the crazy thing is, these morons, in New York City, they're like, oh, congestion's way down. Yeah, if you force people to spend all that money, yeah. Doesn't mean it's popular.
We don't want people from New Jersey in our state. New Jerseyans are far right fascists. We don't want them in our liberal haven state.
Let's see. Trump at 59% approval of Hispanics. I saw that. I don't know if it's that high, but I think it's up there, I think. 50-50. Tin Lee for 2. Thoughts on effect of AI in politics 26 to 2028. I have some fear about that. I think they should regulate it.
We're gonna have some AI scandals.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
They're going. I mean, weren't we supposed to have an AI clip of Trump saying the N-word and it never happened?
Yeah. Well, I think they realized.
But I guess now we have both the video and audio technology now for it.
Yeah,
so.
the audio was always there, but now it's the video. They got it regulated. I don't know how. The only way I could see it working is if you put something like the metadata to make it clear. It's like, oh yeah, this is AI generated or something. I don't know. Like a tag or something. I don't know.
He doesn't know.
K-Cup for 2. Forget Fortnite maps. Just watch This Drive America. Oh gosh.
Speaking of AI, I'm pretty sure Marjorie Taylor Greene had a big fight with Grok or something.
Wait, what?
That is.
Wait, what happened?
That is one of the worst things.
Wait, say that again?
I think MTV had a fight with Grok or something.
Over what?
That's legitimately one of the worst things I've ever fucking heard.
Say that again. I'm sorry, Real Texans. Who was it? Who?
MTG had a fight with Grok.
Oh yeah, okay. I was wondering what you said. I thought you said Grok, but I want to make sure. Yeah, I saw that.
Because Grok is far left. I don't know what the hell.
Do these idiots really think that Grok is perfect?
Grok said that George Floyd was killed by Derek Chauvin.
Guys,
they're leftists.
John went on a rant about this a week ago. You gotta be careful with AI. When you use it, just be careful with it and just fact check it. It's not gonna be perfect.
I think it's the same as calling fucking Kash Patel a rhino because he thinks that Epstein, yeah.
Well, I mean, the Kash Patel stuff, that's another story, which again, guys, I've been thinking more about it. If they found stuff on Epstein died, they're not going to announce it on Fox News. They're going to do the full report. Now, I know people are skeptical about it. I get that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Patel's a rhino.
Patel's done a good job. They just can't announce at Fox News that, oh yeah, by the way, he didn't kill himself. Can you imagine that? That'd be seen as unprofessional. MTG's a clown.
And also, Turning Point USA is now a hate group.
I saw that. I think the ADL declared it one.
SPLC, but yeah,
Yeah, same. It's all the same bullshit.
because they're white Christian nationalists.
Oh yeah, they'll help young people out. Yeah, that's gonna win over young people doing that. All right. So, another news: the FBI is investigating the pipe bomb during the January 6th stuff. They're investigating the Dobbs versus Jackson leak and the bag of cocaine that was discovered at the White House. Which, I mean, this is good stuff, but should they be focused on the conservatives that got harassed a couple months ago? Remember that? It's good stuff, but is it really the number one thing?
Yes.
Cash Patel and Bongino have been unfortunate disappointments. Oh yeah, they've been disappointing, but that doesn't mean they've been bad. So. All right, everybody. So I think that's it for the Memorial Day stream. It was kind of a shorter-ish stream. We will be back tomorrow with a full-on stream. We might have a video later today. I don't know yet. We'll see. But a lot happening across the world. We'll see what happens in the Ukraine. We'll see what happens with the FBI. A lot of stuff going on. But all right, we'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see us at.
It was nice to be on again.
Yeah, welcome back, sir. You're proof that you're alive.
Welcome back, motherfucker. I'm still busy with my army training. I'm not back yet.
Well, I'm just saying you're alive. There's proof that you actually are alive, unless you're AI. Are you AI, Tyrone?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So we'll see you guys next stream, video.